Guys, introduce yourself, starting right here.
I'm Gary.
JB. RJ.
Anna.
Derek.
Katie.
Jonathan.
Eric.
Alex.
And I'm Brandon. So, these guys have been doing improv for just 6 weeks at this theater, and we're about to put on a show for you. The first game we're going to play is called Conducted Story. So I need Alex, RJ, Eric, Katie, Jonathan, and Derek to stay on stage. Alright, so these guys will be telling a story that we get a title from you guys, the audience. So let's get a title of a children's story that's never been written before.
Harry the Mouse.
Harry the Mouse. Harry the Mouse. Alright, the way this game works is that all these people will be telling a story. They can only speak when I am pointing at them. As soon as I pull my hand away, they must stop. And then the next person will start speaking as soon as I point my hand to them. If anyone continues speaking after I pull my hand away, or just starts hesitating, or starts screaming obscenities for no reason, they will be eliminated from the game. We will clap our hands twice and say, "See ya." So let's practice that real quick. See ya! You guys are naturals at that. Alright, so this is the story of... What was that suggestion?
Harry the Mouse.
Harry the Mouse. Alright, this is the story of Harry the Mouse, Chapter 1. Players, are you ready? Show!
Once long ago in the hills of Minnesota, there lived a little mouse named Harry. And he did not have any hair.
He didn't have any hair because he had used the product Nair a lot. And that's why he didn't have any hair.
His lack of hair was particularly difficult because he lived in Minnesota where it was very, very cold.
So he had to find many different ways to keep warm.
Harry kept warm in so many different ways. At first he tried just coating himself with cheese, but he ate the cheese, so
That made everything worse.
So he tried a tiny mouse sweater.
But that kept getting lint on it, so he
Switched it up to a full-blown
parka. And the parka was red, and it had a hood that
had a llama on top.
Of it. And the llama he named Daryl.
Daryl was also the name.
Oh, you kept talking after I pulled my hand away. To Eric, we say, "See ya!" Alright, so we have the story of Harry, the little mouse that's cold in Wisconsin. Minnesota. We'll see what happens to Harry in Chapter 2 of
Harry the
Harry the Mouse. Thanks. Players, are you ready?
For show!
Now, in Minnesota, there lived a man named Gerald.
And Gerald lived in the same house that Harry lived in. And with Daryl, it was a full house. The llama, the mouse, and Daryl.
And his mouse daughter, who had a crush on Harry.
Her name was Grenadine.
Grenadine liked to drink grenadine.
Just straight grenadine.
With a straw right on the bottom.
It really helped to keep her warm and to keep her lubricated. For sliding down the...
Mouse holes to shoot through to get inside of the house.
One day she said, "Hey, do you want to go on a date with..."
Me? Harry said,
Okay.
"But can I bring all of my cheese?" And Daryl said, "Why, sure! I love cheese!" And Daryl
Went to go get his llama
Parka.
sweater.
again.
And again.
and they went for Italian.
Because he liked Italian.
Cheese. The Italian restaurant was the finest
Restaurant in all of Minnesota.
Oh, that's like Minnesota when I pulled my hand away. To Derek, we say, "See ya!" Oh, a cute little mouse date is happening up in Minnesota. Alright, we'll see what happens on this date in Chapter 3 of
Harry the Mouse.
Players, are you ready?
For show!
Harry and Grenadine's date was going swimmingly.
They had ordered a puttanesca,
As well as a nice...
Assortment of different cheeses.
which they were especially
Fond of. They included
Asiago.
Gouda
very
Provolone.
and cheddar.
They That's good cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And then she responded,
Hey, why?
don't we order more cheese and make out with each other
All right, now.
all night? But we haven't even had dessert yet.
I can't go without.
I have a dessert. That's.
Blasphemy!
I want to have tiramisu.
It is the best,
Thing of
except if you consider gelato.
gelato.
Katie, we're keep on talking to Katie. We say, see ya. Right. It's getting a little steamy at this and Italian restaurant in Minnesota. We'll see what happens in chapter 4 of Harry the Mouse. Are you ready?
Oh,
After the done dessert, they left the Italian restaurant.
in their tiny car.
Cute tiny car. And drove out into the country.
Where they found a
Fresh piece of cheese. Just laying by the side of the road.
and they
Discovered that the cheese was
made of cheese.
Cheese within cheese?
It is a miracle!
It's like the
Cheese gods blessed us,
with Inception.
and time began to move slower.
Because of the cheese?
Was so delicious,
It's just
intoxicating.
cated.
To Jonathan, we say, see ya. Now we're in a mouse wormhole in the middle of Inception. We'll see what happens in the final chapter of Harry the Mouse. Players, you ready?
For sure.
Harry is in limbo of cheese bliss.
I love it so much.
But how long have I been here?
I don't know, Harry. Hey, it's just a can of down in the back of your neck. It's a miracle. The cheese is making the cheese is making the nair so fragrant. I just want to love you so long. Yes, with cheese and more cheese and lots of nair. No.
Nair and cheese bringing mice together into Inception. Awesome.